Welcome back to Arkham Reactor. Today it's a Machine Head first for this channel. Our Big G's heard the older stuff from Machine Head, and I've recently just discovered Machine Head, so this has become the Firestorm. Not going to do really much talking then to describe Machine Head because everyone knows Machine Head. Big band out of the United States, fantastic singer. A lot of I think they were Trivium's one of Trivium's influences anyway, and out came Trivium, and they're very good. That's all I really need to say. This has become the Firestorm, but before we start the song, we do have a few things just to mention. A few links that are in the description. We'll just tell you a little bit about them. The Patreon, we have Patreon. If you want to support the channel, keep us going, then you can join the Patreon. We have a monthly or sometimes bi-weekly, every 2 weeks. It just depends on the way we work out. We Zoom meet for you. So if you want to come on, chat to us, recommend songs, bands, etc., then the Patreon is there for you. Spotify playlist, every song we've done will be in chronological order, and it's managed by the big man there on my right hand side, Big G. He manages that. And finally, if you want to recommend any bands or any songs, etc., or just have a wee chat, then we have the Facebook group and the Discord. Discord's yours preferable. I'm always on it. If you want to get in touch with us, then Discord's the way to go. Did we get it that time? All in one go?
Yeah, I think you did actually.
I'm getting good at this. I'm getting good at this.
Yeah, I'm getting good.
Anyway, folks, this is Machine Head become the Firestorm. It's a little bit different from what they've done before, but still a kind of Machine Head kind of level. So we're going in 3, 2, 1, go. Last beats already. I love it.
Straight in, no messing.
Time in my life, that time is now. Take this weakness that cuts like a knife and smash it home. Oh.
I don't want to pause.
Whoa. If there was ever a time.
You're supposed to pause at 240.
we're going back anyway because I need to hear that groove. That got downright dirty there.
Yeah, I did. I thought you'd like it. I thought the three new singles out. Which one would Big G like most? I thought,
I want to go back to 220 actually just to catch the beginning of that
right.
again.
But how? But
Holy shit, man!
so you've heard the older stuff from Machine Head. Now this is obviously
That's completely different.
Yeah,
That's
it's-
completely different to what they used to do. That is like the stuff I was listening to in the late 80s, early 90s.
Mhm.
You know, like proper heavy death metal. You know, which has got even heavier needed these days. That's heavily like that is the heaviest I've ever heard them. It's still got the classic kind of Machine Head touches, like the wee harmonic
yeah.
bits. You know, like there was a certain wee phrase in there that was very very Davidian.
Mhm.
It almost had that exact. Doo-doo.
Mhm.
But oh, it's beautiful, man.
It's not often you hear, obviously, a Machine Head doing the kind of that type of clean as well, and it's different. I think the fans are divided if they like it or not, but I think
I'm
it's
loving it, man.
I think it's a good touch. It's like a touch into the kind of newish. I know bands like them kind of back in obviously the 80s and that if they were doing cleans, it wouldn't be like that, but it'd be kind of what he's obviously in a way what people are doing kind of now. It's bringing a kind of softer touch into the heavy, which people are liking in the kind of kind of comparison kind of
See,
way.
the thing is, like, I used to hate that kind of stuff. You know, I was a kind of metal purist back in the days. You know, you couldn't have any proper singing in metal. But the thing is, I stopped listening to metal for a good while because it all started sounding not the same, but it was just everything was just blast beat, blast beat, blast beat, as fast as you can play in the guitar, and then like as like incoherent as you could be when it came to the vocals. You
Yeah.
know, if you couldn't understand the word that the guy was saying, that was cool. You know, but it got boring. You know, but this tune is all out, balls out, hell bent for leather kind of shit. You know, it's blast beating away, but you need something like that. You need that the clean vocals to have a contrast.
It's a contrast.
Otherwise, you're going to have. Otherwise, it's going to be boring. Not boring because it's still a great tune. You know, but it's you need something that makes you kind of go, "Ooh,
That's different."
catches you by surprise." You
Aye.
know, and
But no,
that's what's good about stuff like that.
yeah, this is why I think that's the way me and Big G kind of, if there's anywhere we agree on, it's Nightwish and metal with really good cleans, and I think that's the point
Yeah.
that we got to when it was like, we've not done it yet, but we're gonna do the new kind of what you call them, like the Torch, Howard Jones's band, since when they left Gull Switch, and there's a lot of kind of this in it. There's obviously Howard Jones's fantastic vocalist that he is, can do the heavy, and he's got fantastic cleans. It's a kind of thing that I think that's where we go towards after we go into the stuff that we done the other day, which was the heavy kind of metalcore kind of stuff with well, death metalcore kind of thing with the cleans. I think that's the way we always kind of reside, where that's the stuff we enjoy. And we'll go back to 215 actually. I want to hear
215, absolutely, sir.
I want to hear the Become the Fire of the Storm again, because
I want to hear this transition into this groove because it is just dirt.
yeah, that's one thing.
Absolute dirt.
That's one thing Machine Head were always known for, was their dirty riffs, as we call them. But we'll go in 3, 2, 1.
I'm in my life. That time is now. Take this weakness that cuts like a knife. Let's smash it down. Oh,
Too good.
whoa. If there was ever a time in my life, that time is now. Take this weakness that cuts like a knife and smash it down.
a higher pitch and I like it.
Oh, that was nice. Nice. Oh, that bass is dirty as hell, man. I need something to punch.
Not going for you.
I'm going to be a monitor down at the end of this one.
Now that is dirty. I just went dead.
That was incredible, man.
I thought you would like it. I was
I loved that.
I was in a way when I was listening to this the other week. And I was no, in fact, it was the other day. I was listening to this. I was listening to the first 3 songs. I was like, I took a break from Machine Head, and this is just me getting back into them. I was like, do I actually? I was like, this is excellent, but what's the rest of the stuff going to be? And I heard the other 2 singles, and I was like, yeah, Machine Head are back. Well, I was back in Machine Head, and I was like, yeah, this is my kind of shit. And it went higher again from what we heard.
Yeah.
You heard it just peak a little, and you're like,
Yeah, the wee reprise at the end. I was like, whoa!
I know it's.
Yeah, that was, he's improved his vocals like a hell of a lot. He was already good.
He was good, yeah. But this is
No,
just.
but that ain't that what he was singing at the end there, especially when he, like you said, when he took that step up again.
Mhm.
That ain't easy notes to hit.
No, it's going to be even harder when he gets back. When they obviously all the bands get back in tour, and it's like there's a thing now, but you can do it in COVID and record an album. But when it comes to after COVID, are you going to be able to hit it? That's a few things, a few bands I've heard, and they're releasing albums during COVID, and I'm like, but can you hit that after COVID?
Aye, are you going to be able to do this live, like and like night after night after night for like almost a full year?
Aye, I think some bands may even go on a 2 year tour. They're like, we've had the 2 years off. Let's go and do a whole 2 years. But
Yeah.
I think they'll be able to do this. This is right up my street.
So it's only a single. It's not an album yet.
No, the album's coming soon. I don't know when. Sorry, folks. I don't know when it's coming.
Well, I'm sorry, but I don't care whether we're covering the other songs off of this single. But I'm going to listen to it. I can't hold off for this.
There's a really slow. It's like a kind of ballady kind of tune in it, and it's actually very good as well. I think you might like it. I know me and Big G kind of. In a way, sometimes we disagree with the ballads. I don't think you're too for them.
I'm not a ballady person. It's just.
I can get into them. It takes me a while though, and I can get into them. And
you know what I think it is with me when it comes to ballads? I think a lot of bands just do them for the sake of doing a slow song, because like, and do you know who I blame? I blame Metallica. Say what you like in the comments. I've been a Metallica fan since like Ride the Lightning first came out. Right, I was brought up on Metallica thanks to my mother, who's a metalhead. My mother taught me all about metal growing up. So I know about Metallica, right? I've been a Metallica fan until they released the Black Album,
I love that album. He doesn't.
which was just, and it just felt to me like the producer and the management, the record company were basically saying to them, you need to start doing some songs that everybody can listen to. Fuck everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Just keep playing what you're good at. Because look what happened to poor Lars. Guy can't even fucking play now. He forgot most of the fucking songs. He has to play them like triple time to what he used to play them just to be able to actually do them.
That was that kind of thing when I started started getting into drums. The music teacher was like to me, so who do you actually want to play like? And I was like, not Lars Ulrich anyway. And she went, who's that? I went Metallica drummer, and she went, oh, but I heard they're pretty good. Have you heard the new stuff? You can't play for shit. And this is now people are going to come back to me. Go, yeah, Leviathan, go play something in that kit. And I was like, no problem. I'll just play Lars Ulrich and just show how I can add in wee extra bits to make it better.
Yeah. Hang on till I set my electronic drum kit to Biscuit Tin.
Dun, dun, dun,
I want to play
dun,
Saint Anger, right? I need to set it to Dustbin now.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, that's who I blame for most bands doing ballads, because like they just decided on the Black Album, not them personally, right? Because I know they had pressure from the record company, and plus they were probably looking for a change themselves.
Are you referring to the song "Unforgiven"?
That, and there was a couple of others that were, to me, ballads.
Right? I liked the Unforgiven. I think there's obviously people differ in their kind of things, but I think when they brought out Unforgiven,
it was too different.
Yeah,
way too different, right? Because don't get me wrong, because Metallica have always done slower songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know we're supposed to be talking about Machine Head here, but I have a point. When it comes to ballads, right, they always had slower tunes, but they weren't ballads, right? They weren't ballads. They had To Live Is To Die.
Mm-hmm.
They had Orion, which starts out slow. Fade to Black, One. All slower tunes, right? But they weren't slow for the sake of being slow. It was all about mood. And then it just seemed like we want to have this as a concept now, as like a proper musical tool. We want to be able to slow things down and just play country. You're there to play metal, for fuck's sake. And then other bands started, you know what I mean? Then other bands started deciding we need to start doing some more ballads. Why? Because look at the fucking money these guys are making.
I think the only kind of ballad I've actually approved of from a band was Disturbed Sound of Silence, and that's because it was a cover.
But there's a reason why I approve of that.
That's a Simon and Garfunkel.
I am a huge Simon and Garfunkel fan.
Yeah.
No. And Queen. I love Queen.
Yeah.
You know,
that's the only
kind of ballads.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's the only one.
Ballads have their place. It ain't in metal. It's rock, yes. Metal's metal. So, you know, say what you like in the comments, but that's just my opinion. People fought and died so that I could have one. Yeah. Rant over.
Anyway, Machine Head. Because you know how I can change the subject like instantly.
Nice one. Yeah. But that Machine Head, that Become the Firestorm, that is incredible, man. That's not the Machine Head that I remember from the early 90s.
Yeah, I think they've definitely changed, as we said, for when we were talking about Trivium back in when this channel kind of just started, how that it's different. They always go for it. Bands will eventually change.
The chorus has a certain Trivium feel to it as well.
Yeah, it's like Trivium of kind of in a way Trivium Machine Head have kind of became. Not similar, but that's kind of where I think Matt Heafy and the rest of Trivium kind of got their influences from was Machine Head. So you can kind of expect it in a way, but it's obviously going to be different.
And you were saying before, they now have Whitechapel's drummer.
I think, yeah, I've read in a few of the comments that the Whitechapel drummer was on this, I believe.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
wondering if that's maybe what's gave them the kind of boost, you know, having somebody that's maybe got a different feel and different influences,
and
and they just decided this is the perfect time to actually try something different.
I'm not too familiar in what's happened in the background, not for a good many years, but it was a kind of it came up in the Spotify Machine Head's new single. This was it. I was like, I'm listening to that because I was in the middle of a Nightwish kind of wee.
I was very, very pleasantly surprised by that. I
Yeah.
really was. That blew me away, man.
Yeah, no, that was a tune for the playlist.
Absolutely.
Any place that you've got this should go in it, because this was a all out go out and fucking just play metal.
I needed something to punch. I still do, because it's still in my head right now.
This one that's
I think I've got an empty Pringles cans sitting somewhere. I might just destroy that as soon as the camera's off.
it's a one that's hard to get your head once it's in it, but it's pleasantly in your head. It doesn't become a burden. So that was Machine Head's Become the Firestorm. Let's hope we can even put in a new few, or when the album does come out, we'll probably end up doing a few because this is right up our alley.
Oh yeah.
And we'll be doing more. Well, we even go back and
Yep.
see if we can get into the stuff that we weren't too keen with. But hearing this, we can kind of go back and revisit some of the other stuff. And
Yeah, because my tastes have changed since then, so I might be able to appreciate it more than what I did when they first came out, you know.
my taste drastically changed once I found Nightwish. I was like, Machine Head, Trivium, Five Finger Death Punch, just starts fucking, that was my shit. And then Nightwish came along, and then the rest, and then everything after that came along. I was like, there's nothing I really don't like. If it's something, then it's something. It's all metal at the end of the day. Your tastes do change.
Yeah.
Always for the better. Anyway, Machine Head Become the Firestorm. See you in the next one. Bye.